Yes, you have found the Flopronomicon. Look upon my object of power and learn its many secrets. Yes, this game, one of my favorites. Ooh. You know, I got my first kiss while playing this game. You may be wondering how I died. Well, that's a story for another time. You know, there's still time to go to the bathroom before the show starts. You're listening to Paige turning ASMR. I mean, studying the Flopronomicon. Is this the one that requires costumes? No? Oh, well. Being a disembodied voice hasn't been great for my romance game. Ooh, this one's a good one. Yes, you have found the Flopronomicon. Look upon my object of power and learn its many secrets. Yes, this game. One of my favorites. Ooh. You know, I got my first kiss while playing this game.
Good evening. It's the third Friday of the month, and that means it's time for All You Can Eat Improv virtually with Comedy Flops. We are so glad you're here, and we're going to stream for the next couple of hours some fun improv comedy for you. If you've never been to an improv show before, how it works is this. We know what games we'll play for you, and that's all we know. How the games work are based on your suggestions. So tonight, because we're on the internet machine, we're going to ask you to type suggestions in the chat box when we ask for them. We might ask you to type in suggestions of the name of your dog when you were a kid. We might ask you your favorite breakfast cereal. We might even ask you your favorite naughty swear word. Who knows, right? But when we ask you those, please populate our chat, and we will incorporate those things into each of the games we do tonight. So that'll be a lot of fun to keep your ears on for that. One of the things about Comedy Flops is we do our shows to support charitable organizations in our community. That's Tompkins County. It's also Cortland County. And this month, we are supporting a wonderful arts organization in Cortland County called Cortland Arts Connect. And they, as the name implies, promote the arts in our region, right? And so every show we're doing this month, our show last week at the Downstairs, tonight's show, and next week's show at the 8 Gallery on Tuesday are all to benefit that organization. So if you're able, there's a donation link for you. I think it's below me, probably. Thank you, Rigamarole, if you were able to make that happen. And we will appreciate your support. Right, without further ado, then let's bring on tonight's cast. It's a little early in the evening to see this cast member, but if you really squint and look up in the sky, you might see the Moonman.
Moon.
And the sun is starting to fade. And if you're out there recreating on this fine, very warm spring day, you might catch a glimpse on the tennis courts of Joe Lobb.
Low pesos.
Rained a little bit this week, and when I was walking into work, at least, I had to dodge all these creepy crawlies on the sidewalk. I would have done so much better if only I had had a worm hammer.
Ting, 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 ting.
Finally, the master of our technology, the man who keeps this whole rigmarole going, it's Rigamarole.
Rigamarole.
Riggy. Tonight's appearance by Rigamarole is sponsored by RiggyCoin. RiggyCoin, when you need the very best in fake money.
It's not fake.
All right.
All money's fake.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's my point.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. You all ready to do some improv?
Oh, yeah.
I'll
All right.
pass.
Okay, Riggy's out. Okay, so the first game we're going to do is a little warm-up game called Worst Thing You Can Say. And so what we're going to do in this game is we're going to ask you to just populate the chat with situations of things. Oh, and I see you already have. Even better. I want to bet Rigamarole was right on it. Yay. All right. So you've already done this, so I don't need to tell you. Situations that we can come up with the very worst thing you might say in that situation. And we're going to start off, let's see. Let's go with Mrs. Gumby's suggestion. Worst thing you could say in a gondola. Oh. I was thinking about it. Moonman.
Huh. You know, I've never seen a torpedo before now.
Worst thing you can say in a gondola. Is it cool if, we're by the water. Is it cool if I relieve myself here? Rigamarole?
Now, you see, son, this is an important piece of family history. Your mother and I were stuck in this gondola for 6 hours. You were conceived right over there.
Lobb.
This canal stuff is all very well and good, but let's take this baby out on the wild ocean.
Wormhammer.
So I decided to do some extreme sports, and we're going to go down that waterfall.
Lobb.
Would you please sing in English?
Moonman.
You said to get a getaway vehicle, and this gondola is half a block from the bank.
Okay, good. Worst thing you can say while working undercover as a drug smuggler. Wormhammer. Well, he's right on that.
I'm a drug smuggler.
It would be, in fact, the worst thing. Yeah, Moonman.
Can you say that a little louder?
Rigamarole.
I'm not really a drug smuggler. I'm undercover, and I'm trying to convince you I'm a drug smuggler.
Okay.
One more.
Oh, Lobb has one. Okay.
Hey, headquarters. These guys have some really good shit.
Wormhammer and then Moonman.
Oh, yeah, it's my aunt's brother's cousin's birthday. That's why I have the balloons.
They wanted to have me swallow all these balloons, but I couldn't, so I just broke them open and swallowed the contents.
Oh, no.
Oh, I feel like that's not going to go well for him. All right, let's do.
I got one more.
Go, Rigamarole. No, we got to let him go. Go for it.
I've noticed there's no expiration date on any of these packages. Don't you think that's gonna get us in trouble?
All right. How about worst thing you can say at a baby shower? And that is from one of our flops who couldn't be in the show tonight, but is checking in on us. Thank you, Chance of Showers. Worst thing at a baby shower.
I'm gonna do the one I always do.
All right, please.
When we gonna get to washing this baby?
It's an oldie. Moonman.
Taking all bets on who's the father. Put your money in. We'll figure it out later.
I can top that. Did you know about 10% of all pregnancies end in a stillborn? Chill out.
I'm disappointed. I only see one baby. Where's the shower of babies that I was expecting?
Shooby-doo-boop.
Moonman.
What do you mean? I'm always naked in the shower.
Wormhammer.
I thought we were all supposed to wear our birthday suits.
Worst thing you can say, window washing. That's true. Wormhammer.
God damn it, Spider-Man. He's always got his damn webs all over the place.
Riggy.
I swear it was in this apartment in 1969 that I saw John Lennon naked.
Moonman.
No, this is the window. I saw it on OnlyFans.
Wormhammer.
Well, my work's here today is done. It says window washer, not windows washer.
Got him.
Lobb.
Your performance today was not at all convincing. You were much better last night.
If you're going to take me on a date to a movie, this isn't quite what I had in mind. Moonman.
If he was going to jump today, he could have at least closed the window so I can get my job done. How inconsiderate.
Riggy.
Who needs to go to the fair and ride one of them up and down rides? We can do it here for free. Wah!
Wormhammer.
The machine is gonna fall. We need to distribute our weight. Quick, jump up and down.
Worst thing you can say in a furniture store, testing the sofas. Moon.
It was white, so I thought it was a toilet.
Joe.
Hey, I've got 78 cents in loose change. Not bad for the store just opening this morning.
Riggy.
I don't want this one. The fart scent doesn't dissipate fast enough.
Wormhammer.
Oh yeah, Creme Fraiche has been in this one.
That was a very unique sound
noticed.
you were able to do.
You
Could you do that
noticed.
again?
Yeah, let's hear that. You did that quite well, don't you think? Moon.
How am I supposed to know if I want it if I don't let my cat claw it first?
Worst thing you can... Oh, Riggy. Yeah, okay.
What do you mean? I'm always naked on my couch.
Worst thing you can say at an autopsy.
Wait, he's still breathing. Well, at least we know how he died.
A liver? I've always wanted one of these! Moon.
It's like he ate recently. Yeah, it's probably still good.
Joe Lobb.
You know, I've never really seen an actual person who had his heart on his sleeve.
Rigamarole.
All right. Well, we don't know how he died, but we do know he's excellent at choreography. The Vega bus is coming, and everybody's dancing. You back to San Francisco.
Oh my gosh. And finally, the worst thing you can say, wishing on a star. Wormhammer.
I wish that the world would explode.
Moonman.
Is that a cricket or a grasshopper?
Joe Lobb.
I want to know if you're really a star or just a planet pretending to be a star.
Riggy.
Oh, stars. I wish I was where you were.
Oh, I wish I were an Oscar Mayer wiener. Wormhammer.
Man, shooting star. Oh wow, it's getting bigger.
Joe Lobb. I wasn't sure if there was more.
I wish I could see a supernova.
Many of these ended in the destruction of the universe, or at least the planet. Well done. Well done. All right, that's the worst thing you can say. And our next game then tonight is called Broken Record. This is a 3-person scene. And how this game works is each of our flops will have a phrase that they will say in the game. And at each iteration, one flop can say whatever they want, and the other 2 flops can only say their phrase. They can say it in different ways, and the trick, of course, is to justify it. At some point, I'll say, scratch the record, and a different flop will then get to say whatever they want, and the other 2 will still have to say a consistent phrase. So we've got some good phrases coming into the suggestion box here. And so this is a game for Rigamarole, I believe, Wormhammer, and Joe Lobb. And so, all right, are you ready for your phrases, gentlemen?
Yes.
Fire away.
I could be.
Okay, Rigamarole, your phrase is going to be bless your heart. Bless your heart. Wormhammer, your phrase is going to be when can I go home?
When can I go home?
And Joe Lobb, your phrase is going to be that's flippin' cool. Let's quickly review. Rigamarole,
I need a second one.
you need a second one?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
do.
we all need second one.
We all get 2.
I didn't remember that. Okay, fine. Your why do I think it's one? Doesn't matter. Your second one then, Rigamarole, is don't get arrested.
Don't get arrested.
Don't get arrested. Joe Lobb, your second one is have a nice trip. You're right, there are 2. My brain is not working fast tonight, which is a bad thing in improv. And Wormhammer, your final one is please don't tell my dad.
And what's the line?
It's all ironically, it's also please don't tell my dad.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so let's review now that we've done the game correctly. Ricky, what are your lines again?
Bless your heart. And oh no, don't get arrested.
Yep. Okay. Wormhammer,
When can I go home? And please don't tell my dad.
Joe Lobb.
That's flipping cool. Have a nice trip.
There it is. Okay, good job. All right, so let's start off with Wormhammer. You can say whatever you want. And pulling from our previous list of suggestions to inspire your scene, we're going to use the suggestion from Claver McDaver of a gunslinging fight.
Gunslinging fight.
Yep.
Gentlemen, it's about time we settle this dispute between you two. Now I want you to stand back to back, walk 10 paces, turn around.
Bless your heart.
Something funny?
Bless your heart.
That's flipping cool.
Yes, it is. Just like how you're going to flip up your gun and shoot them. I got about 10 guys in the tavern with money on this, so better not disappoint.
Don't get arrested.
That's right. This is legal in Texas. Now back to back, you two. 10 paces.
Trip.
Cool.
Forgot to load your gun, dummy. Now look at you. Shot in the shoulder.
Bless your heart.
Your heart.
That's flipping cool.
We need a medic.
Don't get arrested.
Come here.
Don't get arrested.
That's flipping cool.
Bless
I
your
was
heart.
trained in bandage training. That'll heal.
Bless your heart.
Well, bless your heart. You're the one that got shot in the heart.
Don't get arrested.
I won't. I was the affiliator of this here organization.
Scratch
That's
the record. Rigamarole.
And I appreciate you taking up resident as our prospector here, making sure all these duels are done fairly. But I will tell you that my gun was loaded.
That's flipping cool.
I chose not to shoot.
That's flipping cool.
That's right. I thought you was gonna you was either gonna notice that I wasn't gonna shoot and not shoot me, or you was gonna shoot me and then you'd get arrested.
Have a nice trip.
When can I go home? When can I
Hold
go
on, we're
home?
not done yet. We're not done yet. I'm not gonna have the nice. You were supposed to have the nice trip. I was trying to run you out of town.
When can I go home?
I'm telling you, we're trying to get rid of him. If he leaves, we can all rest peacefully at home.
That's flipping cool.
Yeah.
Please don't tell my dad.
I'm not gonna tell your dad. All right, he would be mad because we borrowed his pistols.
Scratch the record.
Yeah, if you had checked the pistols a little more closely, you would have seen that I picked the loaded one and you picked the unloaded one, sucker.
Please don't tell my dad.
Bless
We
your
certainly
heart.
won't. Yeah. Cheating is only shows that you're trying hard. If you're not cheating, you're not trying hard enough. So you want to go back and try to shoot me with your other hand, and this time I'll give you a pistol that has one bullet in it.
When can I go home?
Oh, you can't go home. You got to officiate this. Otherwise, it doesn't go into the book of records.
Please
Get
don't tell my
arrested.
dad. Please don't tell my dad.
Your secret's safe with us. You know, as long as we get our cut of the money that's being wagered in that saloon over there.
Oh, bless your heart.
Yeah, we'll split it 50-50.
Bless your heart.
Please
Yeah.
don't tell my dad.
Oh, bless your heart.
When can I go home?
As soon as round 2 is over. How about that?
Scratch the record, Wormhammer.
All right, round 2. Everyone got loaded pistols this time.
Check.
Bless your heart.
Good. All right. Now 5 paces this time. Gonna be a quickie. All right. Back to back.
You turn the other way.
No, you turn the other way.
Enough talk. Just whatever way you're facing, just walk forward from there.
Boom, boom.
4, 3,
Have a nice trip.
1.
Bless your heart.
Oh,
I got caught in the crossfire. Oh.
Oh no, that's flipping cool.
Scratch the record, Rigamarole.
Well, looks like this town wasn't big enough for the 3 of us.
When can I go home?
You're going home now, son.
Have a
Please.
nice trip.
Tell my dad.
Goodbye. Truth was, I was always your dad.
And scene. Nice job. That game is called Broken Record. And that is a Flops original, by the way. One of the many ones that we made up as we navigated virtual shows in the COVID era. So our next game is also a Flops original game, and it was Rigamarole and Mrs. Gumby who created this fine game, and it's called The Birds and the Bees. So for this game, the Moonman is going to play parent to the rest of us, and Moon is going to give us the talk, trying to explain how babies are made. And to do that, he's going to use sort of a metaphor related to a hobby. And I see in the chat, we've got all sorts of good ones. We've got running, we've got pottery, fishing, bird watching, fish tank care. There's a good one. So Moon, photography, that could get a little bad. Collecting World War II memorabilia. Interesting. I kind of think I like fish tank care, actually. So if I get the rest of the flops on the screen, we're gonna learn something tonight. Daddy here is gonna teach us.
Come on, kids, where are you?
I'm coming. Keep your shirt
Only
on.
half of you here.
It's gonna take long.
I'm here.
Lid on it.
All right, finally.
Yeah. What do you
All
want?
right, kids. Here. Damn, Aaron, always wandering off.
I'm sorry,
All right. I'll talk to the rest of you, and Aaron can figure it out later.
We'll tell him, but he's back, Dad. He's back. Can't you see?
For now.
Class? Okay.
For now.
All right. What do you want?
Lie down, Sam.
All right.
You're all getting to be about that age where if I don't start telling you now, you're gonna learn it on the school bus. And having learned it there myself, I'd like to ease you into it. We're gonna be. I'd like to tell you about the birds and the bees, but
Does this involve yard work?
it's just no. It's more, let's say, housework. Taking care of pets, maybe.
I don't like
We getting a dog?
A fish tank, actually. We're getting a fish tank.
A fish. They smell.
Yeah.
They
Fish,
smell.
Dad.
Fish.
Yes. you're gonna have to get used to some smells. That's just par for the course. That they're going to be smells you're not always accustomed to. You may like some of the smells. You don't know yet. In fact, you could be the one who smells. That's why after this little
Aaron
talk,
smells.
yeah, that we're going to have the
Harry smells
children
worse.
talk later. But right now we're talking about fish tanks and the importance of keeping things wet. Things usually have to stay at a good wet level. You don't want things to dry out with a fish tank.
Oh,
No.
Otherwise, things are not going to run smoothly. Yes. What's the question? It's not school. You can just ask.
Well, are we gonna give our fish toys?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's always good to have some toys. Good waterproof ones. Helps if they're also rechargeable. You never know when you need to clean them up. I'd say experimenting with some toys is a good idea. You never know what you'll find.
Yeah. Do we have to clean the filter?
It's cleanliness is always important. Otherwise, yeah, you're going to risk getting some diseases.
ooh, ooh.
It's a good thing to clean out the filter, give it a good cover, so nothing bad can get in. It's the way we're going to do it. You had a question there, Aaron?
Yeah, I guess Mom always said you had real fast swimmers, and I'm wondering, since there's the four of us, are our fish also gonna be that fast?
Good question.
Yeah, you're going to have a lot of speedy minnows. It's a family trait.
Yes.
We like them fast, and the more the merrier. Pretty much everybody in the family has gotten a lot of little minnows.
Are we going to share the same tank, or do we each get a separate tank?
Oh, it's always best to get separate tanks.
A lot of tanks.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're all,
Isn't it better to all go in one tank?
Yeah. You always tell us about teamwork, Dad.
Cheaper, too.
yeah, but in some cases, you're going to find that you're going to like the tank your way, and not everybody else is going to like it that way.
Like I want to put marbles in the tank.
That's cool. I want marbles too.
I mean, some beads can be fun, yes.
If we have tanks, can we also have anti-tank stuff? I mean, there's some cool stuff out there.
I don't see why not. I mean, everybody's gonna be different. Not everybody's gonna like the same kind of tank.
Last time I had a tank, all the fish ran away from me.
That's because you let it dry out. You got to make sure that tank is wet.
Don't do that.
All right.
Bad. That's bad.
Oh, could my tank have the scuba diver guy?
Yeah, I mean, scuba diving. That's a great little. That's a great role to play.
I want the tank that blows lots of bubbles that tickle.
Oh yeah, tickling. Tickling's a lot of fun.
Can I get that? Can I get that one?
Of course.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, Aaron.
Everybody else here is talking about wanting fish, and I was thinking maybe instead my fish tank could have a turtle in it.
If you want something a little more sturdy, rugged, I mean, that is your choice. I mean,
Why do you always got to be different, Aaron?
hey! When it comes to fish tanks, everybody's got their preference.
Okay.
You're not going to have everyone having the same tank.
You could have a snake. I don't want a snake. You could be different with a snake. I just wanted a turtle.
Do some people have fish and turtles?
Sometimes. It's not always fair to the fish and the turtles. You want to focus on one.
And I saw something on the news that I didn't understand. Maybe you can help me. They're coming out with something called a non-binary tank. What the heck does that mean?
That means you don't have to label what's in your tank. It is just your tank. It's what you feel in your heart. It's not what anybody else tells you your tank is.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
My tank is a rocket ship.
It's going places.
Wow.
So when are we getting these tanks? We have to wait.
Yeah,
for
when do we get our
Day or
tanks?
something?
Yeah.
For Christmas or Arbor Day?
Somewhere between the age of 12 and 14.
So that would be 13. Okay.
It's
I can wait.
it's going to surprise you, and you're going to wake up one day and boom, you've got to have that tank.
Wow. I've heard cleaning the tank can be a lot of work. Can you and Mom help us and show us how to do it?
I think Mom's going to want to be left out of this one, but I am going to at least explain well on how you should be cleaning. That's not just for the tank, but maybe a little housekeeping all around, because
But that doesn't fit my learning style. I don't learn that way. I learn by hands-on.
well, your hands will be on, just not mine.
Okay. That's flipping cool.
Can we show our fish tanks to our friends? I bet our friends love fish.
You should leave them to their own fish tanks, and
They're getting them too?
I thought we were special.
Yeah.
everybody's special.
No, that means nobody's special.
I'm special.
Second that. You are.
You are. But that's why you're getting a small tank.
Womp womp.
Scene.
I'd let it hang there to see if anybody had anything to add. But yeah. Poor Aaron got the smallest tank. All right, that is the birds and the bees. Nice job. I was curious where you were going to take that.
So was I.
Yeah. That's the beauty of it. It all comes together. So the next game is yet another Flops original pandemic game called That Hulk They Call 15, where I'm going to show the Flops a random object, and I'm going to give them something to do with it that they've got to come up with 15 things for. And I'll give that in just a minute. And of course, because we want to add the element of fun, it's going to be a timed game, and we'll see how it goes. So tonight's object, Flops, is this mechanical bank with the scary, scary clown coming at you. Ooh.
Oh, that's scary.
He's evil.
Scary.
And he works like, let's see if we can make him work. These were the toys of 110 years ago. So, tonight's That Hulk They Call 15 is this bank. And I want you to come up with 15 things that you could also put coins into. And since the Moonman's the only one on the screen, the Moonman will get to start, and he'll give us our starting time, and everyone else will have to try and beat the Moonman's starting time. 15 things you could also put coins in, besides that mechanical bank.
All right. Ready?
Ready?
A jar, a jug, a bucket, a fountain, a bank, a wallet, a coin return machine, a donation box, someone's pocket, your own pocket, a toilet, a garden, a car, a house, a yard.
Okay, 24 seconds. Oh, good job, Moonman. Good job. We need a new challenger. Who thinks they can beat 24 seconds?
Nobody.
Okay.
But it's the point of the game, so we all have to, regardless of whether or not we can.
Right. That's true. So, Rigamarole, since you bravely have stepped back onto the stage, that's your first item. I will start the clock.
I take a small claim that Steve didn't. I think you should add a second or two because Steve said a bank and not another bank, which would add another like 25 milliseconds. So I think you should add 25 milliseconds to Steve's.
I feel like that's a fair cop, Moon, so I'm going to do that. Yeah, thank you,
I
Rigamarole.
meant a building.
Well, if you meant a building, you should have said a building, Steve. You did not say a building. You just said a bank.
I mean, I'm trying to run ethical improv here, Moon. So I feel like, yeah, we probably should give Riggy that 25 milliseconds. I agree. Yeah. Thank you for raising it and keeping us on the righteous path.
Yep, that's what I'm here for. If anything I'm known for, it's making things fair.
Yes, true. That's true. That's what we say all the time.
Oh, I'm supposed to do this.
Have you thought of your 15 yet? Whoa,
no, I stalled and I didn't do anything. I did stalled and didn't do anything with it. All right, ready?
Yep.
On my mark, get set. My mouth, a glass. My stomach, a digital wallet. Gumby, if he was shaped like a bowl. In between my toes, inside my nose, inside your nose, inside Steve's nose, inside
more noses.
A different bank. That's not the one that Steve brought his to. If you fold up your shirt like a little carrying basket, a shopping cart, underneath the seat in my car, in the glove box, and in between my fingers.
Okay, 29 seconds, which is a darn good time, but it doesn't beat the Moonman even with adding that 25 milliseconds, but a good effort, really good effort. I think if you hadn't focused too much on the difference of the bank, I think you might have had him.
Oh, well, I played the game, and Steve's a
I know.
So,
Yeah, no, I get it. I understand. Yeah. Wormhammer thinks he can do it, though. All right, Wormhammer.
Okay.
On your mark.
A book, a bag, a computer, a plate, a bowl, a lake, a river, an ocean, a building, a condo, a park, a bus, a tree, the inside of a flower, your house.
That is time. However, and so while technically you did that in 16 seconds, I have to rule, Wormhammer, that you were just naming things.
You can put them in there.
It's a well-known fact that a flower will not.
The inside of a flower?
A tree.
You tell me you've never found a coin in a tree?
I've never found a coin in a tree.
I agree with tree. I don't know if I agree with flower. Maybe if he says Venus flytrap or something.
I specifically said the inside of a flower, right? There's roses that have the little.
Wormhammer, we're recording this. We can run the tape and look. All right. So this is what I'm going to do, Wormhammer.
Yep.
I think you fudged it a little. I'm going to dock you 5 seconds.
Wow.
But even in docking you 5 seconds, you are still in the lead with 21 seconds.
Oof. Okay.
You have the time to beat. So you've really put the screws to Joe Lobb now.
Yeah.
Joe Lobb,
okay.
Look at the scary clown.
Ah.
Okay. You have to come up with 15 things that also.
Okay, give me a starting time.
And go.
Your nose, your ear, a parking meter, a CD, a collection plate, a toll booth, international securities, the International Monetary Fund, euros, a Ponzi scheme, a tip jar, a Bellagio fountain, a fry bucket, a cake, and the NFL pregame.
He did it. 15 seconds. Joe Lobb. Joe Lobb beats the Wormhammer even without the Wormhammer penalty. Joe Lobb wins tonight's that Hulk they call 15.
Woohoo! Where's my coin?
It's in the barrel. 'Cause
Okay.
That's where
It's
the
in my
dog put
mouth.
it. Yeah.
Joe
It's
Lobb's gonna get the worm hammer penalty after this.
Yeah.
Bring it. Bring it.
Yeah. All right. And that means it's time to play Half-Life. And Half-Life is a game where we're going to have two flops do a scene for you. Their scene will be done since I have that timer out. Their scene is going to be just a quick 1-minute scene for two people. And then they're going to repeat that scene in lesser amounts of time. So they'll be doing it next in 30 seconds, then 15 seconds, then 5 seconds, and then in a mere 1 second. And to inspire your scene, I'm going to pull something from what we got for our suggestions we got for our previous game. And to inspire your scene will be bird watching.
Bird watching.
Bird watching. And I'll start the timer with, or restart the scene.
There. No, not there. There.
Oh. Yeah. I can't see much looking through these things.
It's a hornswoggle. No. Is it just a hawk? Help me out here.
It can't be a hawk. It's got that spot. Flip further. Stop. That's ooh, I don't know. Can you kind of act out what it would look like?
If it was here on the ground?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think you're nailing it. That's it.
Oh, well, we got that app on our phones. Let's you take a video of me doing that little thing, and then it'll identify it on the app, right? Okay.
All right. Ooh.
Time.
Chicken.
Time. Okay. We have our establishing scene. Now, they did a fine scene. I felt like I was watching an actual bird there, Riggy. Nice job.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. And we are going to now see that same scene, all the lines, all the actions in a mere 30 seconds. And go.
There.
Oh.
No, not there. There.
Oh, sorry. I can't see anything through these.
What kind of bird? Is a hornswoggle a hawk?
No, I don't. It's missing a spot there.
Help me out.
Turn a little further. Can you act out what it would do? Oh, that's it.
Okay, great. Here, let me get the app, and you go ahead, take the video of me. Do it on the app.
Thank you.
Okay.
And, it says you're a chicken.
All right. Nice job. But I feel like you have a better take in you. They're now going to do that same scene for you in a mere 15 seconds. Everything you just saw compressed into 15 seconds. And go.
There. No, not there. There.
Oh, there it is.
Help me out here.
No, it's not that. Scott, can you turn further? Can you act it out?
Take my phone.
That's it. Got it. And
Scene. Okay, pretty good. They nailed it, but they're going to do even better. They're now going to do it for you in 5 seconds, starting now. Go.
There, not there. Here. Take the book.
Can you clock?
Time. It was good. That was good. But you've got a better take in you. They're now going to do that same scene for you in a mere 1 second. And go.
There, not there.
Scene. And that is Half-Life. The chicken was great. All right. Well, it is time for a game we call Press Conference. And so this is going to be a game for everyone, but especially a game for Joe Lobb, who has taken off his headphones and turned down his volume and plugged his ears so he can't hear what we're talking about. And so what I asked you to do is put in the chat something bizarre that a person might accomplish. And Joe Lobb is, of course, the person who's done this amazing feat, or feats, because there's actually more than one. Problem is, he's going to give a conference, but he doesn't really know what it is he's done. The rest of us are going to play reporters from different magazines. And through our questions, we're going to give him clues to help him try and figure it out. And that's how the game works. So I'm going to take a couple of suggestions that we have here. Let's see. How about he got? Okay, so this is what he did. He held the most wine glasses in one hand while getting a tattoo. And I'm going to write that down or I'll forget it. Okay, and let's get the rest of the flops on the screen.
I'm one of them.
He's here.
Oh, you're too kind. You're too kind, people. Thank you. Thank you so much. But I have to say at the very start that I'm just the tip of a very large iceberg. Without my support team, I could never have done what I did. So a little applause and a little love for them. Yes.
Yeah, Phil here with the Finger Lakes grape growers. Were they full?
Were they full? Depends on what stage of the feat you're talking about. I mean, there's degrees of fullness, and they all happen at different times. So the answer to that, I have to say, is ambiguous.
Okay.
Sorry, I couldn't give you a clear answer. Yes, you in front of the curtain.
Tipsy McStaggers here. I'm wondering, did you use sort of a pyramid or maybe a reverse pyramid structure to keep them up?
We thought about it. We investigated during the early stages, but we concluded that there were other more stable configurations. So figuratively, of course, there is the pyramid of all the support people with lucky me at the top. But in terms of actual pyramids, no, we decided against it. Yes, you in the house.
Billy Clear from Crystal Magazine. You said he had a lot of staff members there. Wasn't there a chance one of them could have given you an extra hand?
They could have, but that would have sort of tainted the achievement. I mean, balancing all those wine casks was really difficult. Yeah, you with the pen.
Yeah, hi. I'm Crystal McCracken from Corning Magazine. And I just wondered, weren't you afraid that they would shatter?
Yeah. You know, I think you just put your finger on the biggest fear that we had. I mean, Crystal, it's funny stuff. We particularly had to make sure that it was cooled sufficiently. I think one of them had to cool for 2 whole years before it was ready to be balanced. So yeah, it was a very real concern. Yeah, you with the headphones.
Yeah, question. So you must have had to evacuate all the opera singers out of the area just to be extra safe.
Absolutely. If one of them hit a high note while practicing or something, that could shatter one crystal vase, one crystal glass, and that would really put everything in jeopardy. Because you know that breaking would also create resonant waves that would break more crystals, and I'd be standing in a bunch of broken glass, and I wouldn't know how to get out. Yeah, in front of the curtain.
Hi there. I'm Shapes Magoo from Shapes Magazine. No relation. And I'm wondering if you're a bulb guy or a stem guy.
Depends on the ambiance. I mean, if you're sitting in a Greek cafe, you're not going to want to use a stemmed glass. You want to drink the way the Greeks drank, which is out of bowls. Here's a little inside tip for you. They water their wine. You wouldn't believe it. Some of it tastes just like grape juice. But if it's a nice fancy French restaurant, you're going to want a stemmed glass. Absolutely. Yeah, pen guy.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Bob Metatarsal from Body Magazine. And I'm curious why you chose the thing you chose. Why not use your feet? Why not use your abdomen? Or if you really want to be, you know, a little more like Kim Kardashian, your butt. Why did you?
Well, those records, I mean, Guinness has recordings of all of those, and I felt that they were just, they earned their space for balancing wine glasses. There wasn't an entry for balancing on your head. And so that's why we decided to go there. And it worked. I mean, Guinness has gotten in touch with us. We're going to be in the new edition. Yeah, in the house guy.
It's Freddie Fingers from Handy Capable Magazine. Were you all right doing this feat by yourself?
Well, I tried it with the left hand as well, so I wasn't all right. But you know, during various practices, we tried right and left, and it turns out I'm pretty much ambidextrous, which is something I never knew. I mean, you can learn things about yourself doing these challenges. Headphone guy, you had a question.
Yes, so as an ambidextrous person, you weren't allowed to you had to pick one, but were you allowed to switch?
Well, this was sort of undefined territory. As I said, there was no entry in the Guinness Book before our team and me decided to do it. But we decided to keep it pure and keep it clean. And so we just wanted to go for the left-hand record for balancing wine glasses. And we got it. Now somebody, I know other teams that are working, they're working on the right hand. And I say more power to them. Yes, pen guy.
Yeah, Street Bruiser from Motorcycle Magazine. Weren't you afraid that you'd drop them while you were having it done to you?
Yeah. I mean, when my motorcycle was getting that lube job and it was still running and I was balancing those wine glasses, it was pretty dodgy. It was pretty dodgy. But, you know, some...
And your motorcycle, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
By the way, are you a Harley guy or a Yamaha guy?
Indian. Chief.
Indian. Okay. Respectable brand. Yeah. We went Harley just because they're made in America, and you know, anytime you can slap a patriotic flag on something, it's going to get more interest, more likes, and you know, we're sky high. We're viral to the max. Yeah. Earphone guy.
Inkwell here from All Things Squid Magazine. Were you allowed? Did you choose to use multiple colors, or did you just keep it one?
We figured again along the lines of simplicity. So while I was drawing and balancing those wine glasses, I just use a black pen. That's all. Yeah.
Stan Sill with Art Weekly. It seems like a weird choice to inflict that much pain upon yourself while balancing the wine glasses with one hand. It seems like a weird choice.
Well, you know, you get used to tattoos after a while. And I had enough done. And, you know, fortunately, my assistant held the mirror perfectly. And we practiced this a lot because you have to draw backwards in the mirror. And so while I was putting that tattoo of Mother on my chest and balancing the wine glasses, there were a couple hairy moments. But, you know, again, an angel must have been watching over us because we made it through.
Respect, brother. We figured that someone else gave it to you.
Let's see the tat.
Show us your tats.
Show us your tats.
All right, Joe Lobb. Nice job. Nice job. That was a tricky one. That's a tricky one.
I would like to point out that you do have currently on your chest a picture of a person.
I do.
Right there.
I do.
So.
Yep. Yeah, that's true.
Glows in the dark too.
Yours glows in the dark?
No.
Mine doesn't glow in the dark.
Oh my God, that's a great idea for the next iteration of our shirts. I love that.
Free of charge.
Make it Mr. T glow in the dark.
Hey, speaking of flops merch, the stickers are ready. So for folks out there who come to our live in-person shows, we have flop stickers now again, finally, after years, really. But these are new design. They're going to be cool. You're going to want one. Come out to the 8 Gallery on Tuesday and get one and come see us in person as well. All right, we have one more game in our first set, and this game is called Pyramid. How this game works, it's going to be a game for all of us. We're going to start with a one-person monologue scene, and then someone's going to join. We'll start a new scene. Another person joins. We start a new scene until we have 5 of us in the scene, and then we peel off one by one. And so, Riggy, I'm going to have you start this if you wouldn't mind.
Sure,
and
let me make my adjustment.
Yes. And to inspire your scene, we're going to use Adam and Eve to inspire your scene, and you can thank Chance of Showers for that.
Adam and
Thanks,
Eve.
Chance of Showers.
Thanks, Chance of
Adam and Eve.
Showers. Okay. Hey. No. You got arms, you got legs, Mr. Snake. Come on. Help me out. Well, it was your idea to eat off the tree. Oh, so just because I'm the tall one? No, here, climb up on me. Yeah. It's not like you don't have arms and legs, Mr. Snake. According to mythology, you have arms and legs. There you go. Yeah, that one. Oh, that's a big juicy one. Okay.
Hey, so like, you're the only other one here?
Currently, yeah, it's just me and well, there's animals.
What? Why'd they make it like two guys? How's that gonna work?
Oh, this is the Garden of Broden.
Yeah. What? Okay.
You're confused. This isn't about propagating a species. This is about just two dudes hanging out.
Cut. No. Didn't you read the script? You're supposed to shake the tree, and you're supposed to say, "You've discovered gravity."
All right.
And you're going way, way back before any of this happened. So let's take it again. And remember, Adam, you have a French accent, okay? It's right in the character.
Of course.
Okay. Rolling.
Yes, this wonderful fruit. If only I had a way to get it. Aha! Yes, Jerry. Thank you.
All right, kids, stop messing around. It's time to eat. The ribs are ready.
Oh boy.
I'm not done with the magic 8-ball, Dad.
That thing's never going to give you anything good.
And I'm vegetarian.
Yeah, that's why I made you these.
Can I have his?
Yes, you can have his. Got little shriveled tofu things with some sauce on them for you. And it's I'm not even sure you're really my kid. I mean,
if I'm not your kid, I would gladly go to our neighbor's house. They're having a much.
Is Darren Dad's kid?
There's a
Uncertain.
chance. Your mom and I haven't been doing well lately.
Okay, campers. Now, here at the Sustainability Camp for Earth Day, I want you all to pick up your vine thread. Oh, Bobby, please don't eat the poison ivy. Here, have a grape leaf. Isn't that much tastier? Yeah, isn't that much tastier?
Pretty good.
Not bad.
Now, what we're going to do here.
Hey, Jimmy, come over here. I got you on a leash, Jimmy.
Oh, that's very good. That's very good with your vine thread. But Robert, listen. Right now, we're going to make sustainable clothing. So in your wood bucket, you'll find fig leaves. Please pick up the fig leaves and take your bone needle. That's right. No, don't put it in your mouth. Don't put it in your mouth. And
something's wrong with Jimmy. I think my leash is too tight.
Oh dear. Okay. I'm clearly I'm clearly going to have to get the
let me
school
unwind
nurse. Okay, I'll go get the nurse. I'll be right back.
Oh, I ate too much. Oh, the ribs are all gone.
Ugh, they were delicious.
Well, I went to the neighbor's house and they were having beans and rice. And I'm
Oh,
moving in with them.
Aren't you virtuous?
all right. If you could be out by tomorrow, I could turn your room into a entertainment, movie room. Yeah.
Can I
like
have
that.
his room instead?
I guess fine.
Same. I guess fine.
Oh, there you go.
It's an option.
All right. I hope none of you kids need the bathroom. That's where I'm going to be for the next hour.
Oh. All right. Jerry, not bad with the accent. Fred, did you not read the script? You have one leg, and you have to do all this shaking while you're balancing on one leg. It's going to draw the audience in, the suspense to see whether you can do it or not. Okay? Action, sound, rolling.
Adam, I need the fruit.
That's good. A little more balance. Okay, good.
What was that, Adam?
I discovered gravity.
This is a rotten apple.
Good. I like that.
Here,
Okay, cut.
you discovered gravity.
I think we're going to go right from the rushes to the full version. So I'm going to head to the viewing tent. And nice job, guys. I'll see if I can get you a bonus from equity.
There's no women.
Yeah. I didn't think that was really going to be a problem.
How old are you?
Old enough to hang. Young enough to hang. I don't know.
The species is gonna be gone in at least 50 years.
Yeah, but to an immortal being, right? Like 50 years, 800 million years. Does it really matter how long a species lasts to something that is infinite? Come on, man. Just hang out and chill. We'll have a good time. Life is about more than propagation of the species.
I think I know how to make this species die out.
Okay. Only needed one apple. Jerk. You're like the most evil person around. Oh my gosh. I am now aware that you are the most evil person around. Huh. Yeah. Oh, I get it now. I get it why God didn't want me to eat this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm naked. I've never been naked before.
Nice job. All right. That is the end of our first set. We're going to take just a couple of minute break, just a couple of minutes, and we will be back in 2 to 3 minutes with a whole nother set of fun games. And to while you're perhaps getting your own beverage, I'm going to ask you to populate the chat with different occupations, just different occupations. We're going to start the second set with a game called Freeze, and that will give us lots to work with. And if you haven't yet made a contribution to our fundraiser for Cortland Arts Connect, we hope you'll consider doing so. I did just send it out through the chat. It's also on the screen below us. Anything we can do to help them and support the arts, of course, we want to do that. Thanks so much. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Bye-bye.
Okay. All right, we're back for our second set. And thanks for everybody who watched the first set. And anybody who may have donated, I haven't looked, so I don't know, but thank you if you did. And we're going to start with a game called Freeze. Freeze is an all-play game, and 2 flops will start it. They're going to build just a little 2-person scene based on one of the suggestions you just put in the chat. And at any point, someone who's not in the scene can clap, tap a person out, and they'll take over the scene, but they'll start an entirely new scene. And so one of the key things to this game is if someone was gesturing while they got frozen, you pick up with that gesture, right? So the idea is you start with a thing and then you build something new. It is also possible in this game to add yourself to a scene. That happens sometimes. And every now and again, we end up with a giant big scene. So who knows? No expectations. It's just going to happen. But we're going to start today with, let's do Joe Lobb and the Moonman to start. And the inspiration to start you is professional cuddler. And do with that whatever you want.
All right, Brian.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're way too aggressive.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you don't need to and break my back.
Sorry. I'll dial it down.
It's cuddling, not bear hugging. There's a subtle difference. All right.
Freeze. Joe Lobb. Thomas, if you want to be an assassin, you've got to get a good grip on the back of the head and snap the neck. Just snap the neck. You try it.
All right.
No. It's not. We're not hugging them. We're not cuddling here. We're snapping the neck. Snapping the neck.
I can't help it. His face is all greasy.
Hang on. Here, use this rag.
Thanks.
Freeze. The Moonman. The camera lens is all dirty. We're never going to be able to film anything.
You know, the people that put the equipment back ought to clean it. We used to have pride here. Yeah, good. Okay, yeah, spit works.
Yeah.
How's our lighting?
Power's cut. I got some candles here.
All right. Light the candles and frame the shot here.
Tapping out Creme Fraiche. I can't believe you've never played Polish football before. It's one of the world's great bar games. You got a dollar bill?
Yeah, I've only played Pakistani football. Very different.
Oh, you'll have to show me that after I show you this. So you fold it up until you got a triangle, okay? And you got 4 tries to push it over, and the object is to get it leaning over the edge of the other person's table. That's a touchdown. And then
all right, you go first.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, too far. It went off the edge. So now it's your turn. Oh, help. Does anybody know the Heimlich? I'll give it a try, but I'm...
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Well,
we'll have to use a new dollar bill.
Is that double points?
No, that's 1,000 million points for not dying.
It turned into a 100 in there.
Get out.
Freeze. Wormhammer. This is the longest fortune I've ever gotten. It's like, Bobby, it's like 400 words.
Well, you know, once I get writing, I just can't stop. I mean, it sort of just flows out of me.
Who the hell is going to take the time to read this, Bobby?
Well, I was hoping it was interesting enough that lots of people would.
Yeah, sure. Look, I get that you were a creative writing major in college, and I know the career opportunities are limited, right?
No,
so
let's just say it. Yeah.
No. You're good. You're witty in your fortunes, but you got to cut them down to about 10 words, Bobby. 10 words. It's got to fit in the cookie. Here, Bobby. Here.
Freeze. Joe Lobb. All right, we're about to go underwater. Everything set?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. This underwater welding job isn't safe, but it pays good.
It does pay good, that's for sure.
All right.
I never thought fire and water could work together. This is pretty damn cool. Even flipping cool, really.
Well, actually, it's pretty damn hot. One of these things will slice off your fingers clean.
Whoa! Why did you have to say that?
Free.
Adding in. Boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom,
Now
boom,
would be a
boom.
really good time to slice off that guy's.
Missed. I'll have to go back for another pass. Damn.
Why are we doing this in shark-infested waters, Ralph?
I told you it wasn't safe, but it paid high. All right, I'm gonna get this guy with the welder.
Damn it. Missed again. I must be getting old.
Freeze.
Oh.
Creme Fraiche. I promise I'm starting my video. Oh. 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 Eh.
How'd you get that piece of grass so far up there?
Hey, I'm on land. What the hell?
I don't think
Maybe
it's
there's
just.
a TV show that could use me somewhere.
I don't think it's just grass. I think. Oh. It's a fortune from my fortune cookie last week. I thought I didn't have one, but this must
You
be like.
ate it?
Can you make out what it says for me? It must be the longest one. Can you read what it says to me?
Do not eat. And then a bunch of paper.
Oh, it must be. Ah, okay. Here, you see the back. Lucky numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Well,
21,
my
22,
fortune
23, 24, 25,
yesterday
I'm not done yet.
said-
26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38,
You know,
39,
it
40,
said
41.
that
I'm not done
it
yet.
would-
45, 46, 47, 48, 49,
Give me
50,
that.
50.
Okay. Okay. It just keeps going. Whatever. My fortune yesterday said your friend's an idiot.
Yeah, but what were your lucky numbers?
0.
And scene.
Boom.
And that is freeze. I kind of love those numbers. Do you remember them, Ricky? I'd like to play them. I think in
Yeah, I got it
this
for you right
week.
here. 1, 2,
Excellent.
4, 5, 6.
Okay,
7.
wait.
Yeah, I'll send it to
Oh.
you after the show.
Cool, thank you. I appreciate it. Excellent. All right, our next game is Would I Lie to You? This is yet another flops game that we came up with. And in this game, we're going to have 2 flops tell you a story. Ooh. And the story is going to be based on something I find in the chat, and they're going to tell you their best story related to that topic. They could tell you the truth. They could also lie to you. And we're going to hear each story in just a moment. And then I'll ask you in the chat to say who you thought was lying, who you thought was telling the truth, and which one you liked better. And the cast will get to vote on that as well. And we'll award points. If they fool you, they earn points. If they don't fool you, they do not acquire points. So we'll see. So this is going to be a game. Our storytellers tonight will be Rigamarole and Wormhammer. Yeah. And to get their story going, we're going to ask for their best. So we're going to go with paranormal tonight. Your best story about the time you may have experienced a ghost. And
Me or you, Leo? You want to go first? You got, or you want me?
who would like to go first?
I got it. I got a great
Wormhammer's going to go
story.
first. All right, Wormhammer. Let's hear your best story about encountering or seeing or experiencing a ghost.
It was the night before Halloween. It was October 30th. And it was a dark night. It was about 10 o'clock. And I was walking home with some of my friends. And we got to a section of the block where I had to go the one way, they had to go the other way. But I was going to be a gentleman. I was going to walk these ladies home. And I said, "But well, it's dark outside, you guys. How about I walk you safely? You know, it's Halloween. It's spooky." And they accepted the offer, and we began walking, and everything's going fine. But all of a sudden, a few blocks later, I make a quick, head turn to my right, and what do I see but what looks to be like two figures standing about 300 yards away from us, standing very close together. And I get my friend's attention, and I say, "Hey, girls, look at this." And there's two figures. One of them is wearing a very large dress, and the other is wearing a suit. And this man and this woman are far away from us, and they're just very close together. But all of a sudden, the man figure turns and walks away. And then the woman in the large dress starts slowly making her way towards us. And she's wearing an all-white dress. And it looks frighteningly like a ghost. And this is when we start to get a little bit scared. And we're like, what do we do? It's coming for us. It's not like it's going fast. But do we leave and possibly stay safe? Or do we stay and be here for the story? And so I take another look, and I want to get closer to this ghost to see what's really going on. And I get closer. And the second I take a few steps, about 50 people, all dressed the same way that man was, round the corner. And this is very late at night. And they just all are wearing the suits, and they start marching behind the lady. And at this moment, we realize that we're outnumbered, and we don't know what's going on. There's a lot of fancy people who are dressed like they're from the 1800s. This might just be a lot of ghosts. So we get out of there. The end.
All right. So that's Wormhammer's story. But before we vote on whether we think he was actually telling us a true story or making one up, we're going to hear Rigamorele's story now.
Oh. You want to hear my story?
We do want to hear your story, sir.
Good luck, Grand Inquisitor, trying to pick my story apart. So let's see where about this was. 10 years ago. Maybe, yeah, 10 years ago. My sister went to school for physical therapy, and she was in grad school housing at the campus. And the undergraduate housing was regular dormitories, but they had recently taken an old hotel, just like a Super 8 or something that was in town. This was in Utica, by the way. So there was this old hotel that they had converted into student housing, and graduate student housing. And my sister was one of the first people to move in. But the whole this year it was there this year. Now the whole thing was horrible. Half the lights were not on in this place. Her room was just a disaster. Like, whoever had lived in this room before just left it a complete and total mess. She had the keys, but the doors to every room were open when we showed up. And I mopped her floor. At first I didn't want to be there. I had a test. I think I had a test the next day, and I had to study for it, but I was like, I gotta move my sister in, so I don't want to be there in the first place. And I'm grumpy. I got a test I gotta study for, and we're moving her in, and we're sweeping the floors, and the mattress that she had on her bed was disgusting. It was, whoever had used this mattress before never cleaned their sheets, never had used a mattress pad, so I scoured the whole floor, the whole floor looking for a better mattress for her. And so we leave her for a little bit to me and my father go do that, go get the mattress, and I think maybe my mother was holding the doors for us, and my sister says, I ran into my neighbor, and we're like, okay, yeah, great, so you're meeting new friends. And he said, no, he said,
a lot of people been murdered in this building. So that's not necessarily the paranormal part. Some guy walked by the window at one point, and that was kind of spooky. But the real spooky part is I went to the bathroom by myself, and I'm walking down the hallway, and you can hear like little footsteps and stuff coming, and I just assume it's another person, right? Every corner you go around, there's footsteps, but there's no people. There's no people. Every time you round the corner, there's no people, but there's always footsteps. It's horrifying. It's a horrifying nightmare of a place. In the end, a guy walked by my sister's window again, because she was on the ground floor, and she goes, "Can't do this. I can't live here. I gotta go. It's haunted. I don't want to be here." So we pack up all our stuff. We go home. The whole thing took like 5 hours, and I aced the test the next day.
Okay, nice. So let's have Wormhammer back on the screen as well. And one of the traditions with this game, and Cody slyly gave me a clue, thank you, Cody, is that we have a Grand Inquisitor who gets to ask each of these folks one question to probe their story for lying or truthing. And tonight's Grand Inquisitor will be Joe Lobb, otherwise known as Los Pesos.
Okay, let's start with Worm. What were the
Yes.
names of your two girlfriends that you were walking with?
C and Lily.
Full names.
On the internet? Okay.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with Leo on that one.
So your question, Riggy, is after you get to a corner and you're hearing footsteps,
Yeah.
and you turn the corner, and then do you hear footsteps from behind the other side of the corner you just turned?
No, it's just there's footsteps. There's footsteps everywhere.
Okay.
It's not like you turn the corner. It's not like you turn the corner and then all of a sudden they're coming from behind you. You're unsure of where they're coming from the whole time.
Okay.
But you think they're coming from ahead of you, so you expect to see someone because you know they're not. You don't look back. There's no one behind you. You expect to see someone around this corner where the footsteps coming from.
Okay. Good explanation. Thank you.
Okay. So now it's time for folks to put in the chat first, who do they think had the best story? So in the chat, start to populate who you think had the best story. And while they're doing that, I'm going to ask our flops as well. Who do they think had the best story? So Joe Lobb, who do you think had the best story, Riggy or Wormhammer?
It's close, but I'll say Wormhammer by a nose.
Okay.
Worms don't have noses.
Okay, so there's a vote for Wormhammer. Moonman, who do you think had the best story? Was it Riggy or was it Wormhammer?
Well, I'm also going to say it was close, but I preferred Riggy's.
For Riggy's. Okay. Interesting. So I'm waiting
Riggies
for.
do have noses.
That's true. I'm waiting to see.
But they don't eat dirt.
How do you know?
I've seen Riggy eat pretty much everything, so I wouldn't say categorically that that's correct. No.
I've definitely eaten dirt.
I mean, that's true. Have you ever seen Riggy and a worm in the same room?
What if Leo and I are the same person?
Right.
And you're both simultaneously lying and truthing.
That would explain why I've been in your bathroom.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's a deep callback from another show, by the way, for everyone who's wondering.
Never
So
forget.
while we wait to see if folks have a preference of stories online, I will say I thought they were both really interesting and compelling stories. And oh, okay, Wormhammer, you just got a vote. Yep, Flavor McDavid.
If
Clever
you're
McDowell.
silent in the chat, that
Flavor
means you
McDavid.
preferred Riggy's story.
Is that how it
No.
goes? Yep. Well, I have to say they were both really compelling, but I felt like Riggy's had more confident detail. And if we were playing scary story, Riggy, you'd have hands down won. Although I did like the touch of 1800s dress, Worm, that was good. but I have to kind of toss my vote to Riggy on this one tonight. So as things stand now, unless in the next 30 seconds we get more votes in the chat, we may have a draw for bonus points, meaning
No bonus points.
cancel each other
All
out.
bonus points. Everybody gets one.
Everybody gets bonus points, yeah, but they won't mean much. Okay. So while folks are contemplating that, whether to come to the aid of one of these fine flops, I'm going to ask you, who do you think was lying, if anyone, and who do you think was telling the truth, if anyone? So you can say Riggy, lie, or Riggy, truth, and you can say worm, lie, or worm, truth. And pop that in the chat as well. Right. Thank you. And while they're doing that, Joe Lobb, I'm going to ask you first with, we'll do Wormhammer first, everybody. Okay. Joe Lobb, was Wormhammer lying or truthing, do you think?
I believe he was lying.
I think he was lying. Okay. So that's one vote for a lie for the worm. Moon, what do you think? Wormhammer, lying or truthing?
I want to say it was the truth.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote for the truth. Uh-huh. We have a vote. We have a vote for oh boy, Worm, you got another vote for lying. Rick, you got to vote for truthing. So so you say Wormhammer is lying. I want to believe him, but again, his story felt shaky. It was a good thinking on your feet, not wanting to reveal last names on the internet. So that leaned me a little more to truth, but I think still you were fibbing. So I'm going to give you a vote for lying. Don't tell me yet. So let's consider Mr. Rigamarole. Joe Lobb, Riggy, lying or truthing?
I think it was the ring of truth.
Okay. Moon, what do you think?
I was convinced. True.
I was convinced also. We just have a... Okay, Daniel has just weighed in. He says, I'd say Riggy's was better, but I feel like both are stories more than real instances. So that's going to be a vote for lying for each of you. And Riggy, Daniel, with proclaiming yours a little bit better, has earned you the bonus point.
Woo! Bonus point.
So Riggy gets a bonus point. So now's the moment of truth, as it were. Wormhammer, was you lying or was you truthing?
I was truthing. You can ask my friends.
We can't, because we only know C.
Was Evelyn one of your friends?
No.
No? Okay.
No, but like, I can tell you what happened after, or I could not.
Yeah, tell us.
Tell us.
Are you sure though?
Yep.
Yes.
It might ruin it for you.
Nope, it will make it so much better.
It's gonna ruin it, but I'll tell it.
No,
I found out after like the next day that there was like a Halloween parade going on that street, but it was also not a Halloween parade. It was like a music video thing. And I think we just ruined a take by just being there. So,
okay.
That's what happened.
That made it better for me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great. They're all mad at you. Okay, so that Wormhammer just scored big with that. He fooled a lot of people, so he's +4.
Wow.
So here's the question. Riggy, was you lying or was you truthing?
Wow. I think everybody is going to be really surprised. Because it was a take-home exam. I was telling the truth, but I forgot it was a take-home exam I was supposed to be doing. It was the truth!
Okay. Okay, so Riggy only gets a point there and a bonus point. I'm surprised, but Wormhammer is tonight's champion of Would I Lie to You?
Nice.
Nicely done.
And I believed in both of you.
Remember that.
Thanks, Moon.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's Moon, a little better at sniffing out truth and lies than the rest of us. Good job. All right, that brings us to our next game. Our next game is called Rewind Fast Forward. This is a game where we're going to watch a video. Ooh, remember videos when we could rewind and forward them? We could do that with DVDs, and I guess to some degree we can do it with streaming, although I always overshoot. But anyway, the actors in our video are going to be Joe Lobb and the Moonman, and the rest of us are going to watch it. You'll hear our voices, but you won't see us. And let me tell you what the movie is going to be about. The movie is going to be about, yeah. This movie is called What?
You're like approved of what you were thinking the movie was gonna be about, and then we're like, yeah, that's gonna be it, and we're all sitting there on the edge of our seat, like, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Which one do you think?
I don't know. Just tell me.
Tonight we're going to see a scene from a movie that should truly never been made. Don't abuse that child, John. Courtesy of Chance of Showers.
That's what my mom said when I joined this cast.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Riggy, did you get the tape?
Unfortunately, Netflix stopped doing that service anymore. But I was able to find it on Google. So we got it rented for $3.99.
Okay, cool. All right, let's watch it. Is Worm going to watch it with us, or is he out?
Oh yeah, I'm
you're
watching.
in?
Did you get permission?
Yeah. Did your mom say it was okay?
I don't need permission.
Okay.
It's rated
I don't
R.
want to get an email from Karen later. Okay.
Rated R. Yeah, it is.
I had
whatever.
to get permission from Mrs. Gumby to watch it, so you should get permission from your mom to watch it.
Yeah.
Rated.
True.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to believe this movie was made, but I don't know. Let's see a scene from it. I think this was the amusement park scene. So I'm just gonna start it. Okay, and start it.
Now, this is a perfect environment for you to practice your self-control, John. I mean, we've been through this together. You've done great work in group, but you know that feeding Freddie 3 ice cream cones is child abuse, right? You do know that.
He's going to be a competitive eater, damn it.
Oh.
He's got to get his skill up.
You can't live your life vicariously through your child. I know about your past. I know you went to the Nathan's hot dog contest every
Pause.
Yeah.
I wanna see the part where he eats 3 ice cream cones.
Yeah, I kind of do too. Let me
What
forward
happens just
through
before this? If we just rewind it back to the beginning of the scene?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's try that. Okay, rewind it.
You know, you can't live your life vicariously through your child. I know that you entered the Nathan's hot dog contest year after year after year and you didn't win.
Damn it. He's going to be a competitive eater.
Now, you've done great work in group. You understand intellectually that giving Freddie 3 ice cream cones is child abuse. You do know that, right?
That's it. Just one more. You can do it, boy.
Oh. And they're not even the same flavor. Do you know how much they're going to clash in his stomach? No.
No drinking anything. You're just going to throw up.
Pause. This is just a lot of exposition. I just want to see the kid eat the damn thing. We should forward a little bit. Like double speed, I think.
There's a damn it.
Nathan's hot dog contest.
There's going to win it. I was going to win it. Yeah, just forgot.
Look at poor Freddie. I think he's going to heave.
Oh.
Keep it down. Keep it down.
Regular speed.
Yeah.
Freddie, do this to your throat. Nice and gentle. All the progress we made, John, you're throwing it away.
Yeah. Keep it down, kid. Otherwise, mommy doesn't love you anymore.
Oh, God. Emotional abuse on top of that. Really, you've regressed. You've regressed. And
Wait, pause. If we watch it in reverse, we can watch the ice cream come out of his mouth.
Yeah, that's good. Let's do that.
Well, we have to watch it go
reverse.
back in his mouth first and then come back out of his mouth.
Yeah, we can go back and forth. Let's do that.
Keep it down or mommy won't love you anymore.
Emotional abuse on top of that. No, do this to your throat, Freddie. I think you're going to be all right.
Keep it in there.
They're not even the same flavor. Do you know how much that's going to clash in his stomach?
Pause.
I'm pretty sure that actor,
Yeah.
the one on the right, he's also
Yeah.
the guy that plays the Nathan's hot dog eating contest host, Judge.
Oh, you're right.
In the childhood
Yeah,
flashback.
yeah.
Let's go to the childhood flashback to the Nathan's hot dog
Okay.
eating contest. Chapter
let
8.
me- Yep. Okay.
And here we
Play.
are, Nathan's hot dog eating contest. Our Japanese champion has won 8 straight. We're wondering how long you can continue this streak. But let's meet at least one of our other contestants. This is John. John, where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from Nebraska.
Pause. Wouldn't it be fun if we saw the hot dogs going into his mouth at twice speed?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, go. Twice speed.
And all right, we're ready, set, go. And our Japanese champion is taking an early lead. But John is
Pause.
showing here.
Let's watch that in reverse.
Yeah.
Rewind.
And John is making a strong showing here, but their Japanese champion is in the lead.
And forward.
Get set, go. And our Japanese champion is taking,
Pause.
John is making.
Oh my God! Look at that.
That's a great freeze frame.
I know we should get a screenshot of that. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Let's do it. Let's see this in slow motion. Let's really watch those hot dogs going in.
Frame by frame.
Yeah.
Making a strong show.
Oh yeah.
Appear to be running low on mustard.
We should go to the barfing scene.
Okay. Yeah. But I gotta tell you, after that,
Better than that, we should
Yeah.
go to the barfing blooper scene in the special features
oh yeah, I heard
Here,
that.
let me-
was epic.
where the stunt gets messed up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah.
let me pop in the director's cut. Here we go.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
All right, there it is. Play.
Oh, he hit the camera. Oh.
What?
Cut. No,
Is that-
that's not good. We're gonna have to take it again.
You should see that in reverse.
Is that actual blood?
I think it is.
Wait, let's watch it again. Reverse.
Cut. Let's make it again. We appear to be running low on mustard. Contest officials?
Wait, we missed it. Forward.
Right.
Slow motion.
Appear to be running low on mustard.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Contest
Here it comes.
officials.
Oh, I think he's gonna blow.
Bam.
Oh,
Pause
oh,
right there. Yep,
yeah.
that's it. That's
Oh,
where
that-
contact happens.
That's look, you can see just the first drop of blood right near the
Mhm.
top of the frame. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Well, that's really all I wanted to see. This movie
yeah,
sucks
this is
anyway.
it's kind of disgusting, really. Yeah. Let's
Let's
I
turn
don't
it
know.
off.
Guys,
yeah.
this
Yeah,
was
what-
the room before the room.
Yeah, you're right. Which still doesn't make me want to watch anymore.
Power off.
Let's go watch professional wrestling.
Oh, worst $3.99 I've ever spent.
Yeah, I think that's true. All right, that is rewind, fast forward. But we have a very special treat in store for you now. Yes, oh my gosh, we sure do. We have here tonight the poet laureate of Outer Slobovia, and they're going to recite their newest poem. We think it's going to win a Pulitzer, and their poem is entitled Collecting World War II Memorabilia. Now, I'm guessing most of you don't speak Outer Slobovian. I speak a smattering of it, but thankfully we have a translator here. Is the translator here? Do we have the translator here?
I believe that would be me. Hello. Yes.
Yes.
A pleasure
Oh,
to be
good.
here. I didn't have my video on, but if we require my video for my services,
Oh, we'd like to see you.
that'll cost extra, but we'll do what we
That's
can.
okay.
Yeah. We'll do
Okay,
it.
wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you. We appreciate that. Well, it gives me a great deal of joy to introduce the poet laureate of Outer Slobovia. Yes, that's, of course, Ignar Watcherholk. Ignar Watcherholk. I'm so excited to hear this work.
Really supposed to elongate the R. Ignar. Actually.
Ignar. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, I only have a smattering. And again,
Died beer.
Before you lies.
In the gish made narkly.
A sea of things once loved.
Then Creme minds with a Fraiche mush, but Rigamarole.
Taken over and fought for by blood.
The cringe. Moid kan laat met derista. Met de kleeg in de hunger.
State after state, the violence spread.
My kreeg, but kratsen in the merch got kratsen.
Now I only have to sell 4 of these things to buy Clarence Thomas's house.
Breaker.
And his mom.
Der Jaish is kort. It's going to go your quite.
A banner from the French Legion. A staff from a Nazi general.
When the cringe to the gush, my crickle. Cruded chair.
We're just enough to buy Clarence Thomas, his mom, a new dining set.
Barky Tarday. Do you get Clarence Thomas? Get a catch curtain.
Who will I buy next? No, I think I'll stick with my good friend Clarence Thomas.
Clear. My crash. Change. This dashed. Moik and crinker. Like it.
Have you seen Hitler's Volkswagen? That's right, I drive it.
Ranken, Krieke, Break and Breeder, Manischen. Look at I did it.
You know who decides whether or not the student loan debt gets through? That's me, the guy who owns Nazi rings.
Cartier, and the Cartier, that's Cartier, where did go?
1 for each finger on this hand, 1 for each finger on this hand, and 3 stapled to the back of my head.
Marker,
If only I could buy God, then I could be satisfied. But God said no. Money's not enough for me, so he puts me in a little box and goes... Then he wraps me up with a pretty pink bow, puts me on a truck, and sends me somewhere special. Of course, when the box opens up, I climb to the outside of it and look beyond to see who opened me up. I look far and I look wide, and I see before me who opened it up.
That's great. And
And of course, it's my good buddy Clarence Thomas, who opens the box and says, "Give me a hug. We'll get rid of all those rights for you, don't worry." I've got your back, you've got mine, and no one has the backs of the American people. That was it.
Ooba, ooba.
I am stunned by his understanding of the American political scene. I never expected something that hit so close to home.
Oh, you're mistaken. Wow. He was talking about the Outer Slobovian Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. They have one too.
Oh, wow. I guess doesn't everybody? Wow.
You should beat the Outer Slobovian Brett Kavanaugh.
Oh, I'd really rather not. Gosh, but thank you. Well, thank you for your translation, and I hope everyone was as moved as I was by that performance. Yeah, wonderful. All right, it is time to play a game that we like to call Karl Barks. This is an all cast member game, all play, and I've asked you in the chat to populate it with the name of celebrities, fictional characters, historical figures, etc. And we will take their name and we'll mash it up. So, for instance, if you gave us Karl Marx, we'd say, when he's a dog, he's Karl Barks, etc., etc., etc. And so we've got some stuff coming in there. And we'll take our first one. We'll go with Tom Cruise. When he's depressed, he's Tom Blues. Moon.
When he wants to sleep a little more, he's Tom Snooze.
Worm.
When he's on the color wheel, he's Tom Hughes.
Nice. Joe Lobb.
When he's weaponized, he's Tom Cruise Missile.
Worm.
When he steals his friend's foot attire, he's Wrong Shoes.
Riggy.
You feel a little bit under the weather. He's Glom Goose.
When he's got a breaking headline, he's Tom News. Okay, let's do Riggy, got one?
When you need a demolition job done and done right, you better call Bomb Goose.
Let's go with Wormhammer. Pulling one out. What do you got?
When he gets mad really easily, he's Short Fused.
Nice. All right, let's go with Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela. When he's really looking out for anybody who needs him, he's Nelson Help a Fella. Joe Lobb.
When he's creating circular patterns in the sand, he's Nelson Mandela.
Moon.
When he takes up professional wrestling, he's full Nelson Mandela.
Nice. Wormhammer.
When he's teaching you how to scream for help, he's Nelson Yell.
Riggy.
Take a walk with me, everybody. When he's in the basement looking around for his dad, who happens to be made of a particular type of material, he's Felt Son Man Cellar.
Joe Lobb.
When he's an early 19th century naval hero who can't return to his country because of his legitimate love affair with Lady Hamilton, he's Admiral Nelson Bandfella.
Nice. Moon.
When his dog gets rabies, he's Sad Son Old Yella.
No, Moonman.
And finally, Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas.
Let's see if I can get all of them. Let's see.
Yep.
I'm on the mission. Buy me some time,
Yep.
folks.
Yep. Okay. When he's hanging out with his friends, he's Supreme Court Justice Clarence Lobbyist. Worm.
When he steals all your walls, he's Clarence Rob Fence.
Dave, chill up.
When black activists get upset with him, he's Clarence Uncle Tom.
It's a tough one.
I'm almost there. Buy me a little more time, gang. I'm almost
and
there.
I really want to skewer him. When he's on Fox News, he's fair and balanced, Thomas.
Okay, I gotta go back to the drawing board. Here we go.
Worm.
When he is when he gives birth to the New York Rangers goalie, he's Parents Lundqvist. There it is. Parents Lundqvist.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Okay.
When he's go.
No, you go ahead.
Okay. When he's offering one ridiculous opinion after another, he's Supreme Court Justice Clarence Vomitus.
Okay. When he is on a whaling cruise.
Okay. Whaling cruise.
On a fast boat.
Okay.
That
Cruise,
goes
fast boat.
up in the air.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And he's there with
Going
his
soaring.
best friend, who is Ursine, Yogi. He's with his best friend Yogi, and he's thinking
Okay.
about what he's gonna do to people's rights in this country. He's
Okay.
Baleen Sport Jumpus Baron Harmus.
Okay.
I had to write that one down.
Yeah, I would have too, if I could even think of something like that. All right, so we're going to end it on that one, because where do we go from there? Nowhere, really, right? And that brings us to our final game of the evening, last flop standing. And so what we're going to do in this game for you is we're going to pull a topic out of the chat here, and the flops will debate it in 4 minutes. We'll pick someone to start the debate, and at any point, someone can chime in with an alternative viewpoint. They'll briefly tell me what their alternative viewpoint is, and I will rule on whether they should take over talking as soon as I find my timer here. There we go. Okay. So the topic I think that we want to talk about tonight.
It looked like Leo left and appeared
Yeah.
at your house, and you were like, Leo, what are you doing here?
Oh, so you couldn't hear
Knock,
what happened.
knock.
So our dog that's about literally this big went, and I was like, what the hell? Because that's not a sound our dog typically makes. Okay. We are going to, there's a lot of things in here to work with here. We're going to talk about whether the petting zoo is consensual. Right, the ethics of the petting zoo and consent is what we're going to talk about tonight.
Okay.
And so we'll have 4 minutes to debate this. Last flop standing at the end of the 4 minutes will, of course, be tonight's winner. Again, anyone can raise their hand and ask to be acknowledged with perhaps an alternative point of view. And we're going to start this with, I don't know. How about the Moonman?
All right, you ready with the timer?
I am whenever you are. Yes, sir.
Petting zoos for the animals are not consensual. They either had to be put in there or they were born into it. They had no choice in the matter. In fact, they don't even get a cut of the profits that are being made by the people coming to visit. Sure, they might get a little extra food.
Wormhammer.
There's snakes in there, and if they don't want to be pit, they're sure as hell gonna let you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Snakes, they can wrap around you, they can bite you, they can give you with venom. If they're not doing anything they don't like, it's gonna be any of those three options and more. They are definitely gonna let you know if you're doing something they don't like. They're gonna squeeze you. They're gonna kill you in some way. They'll swallow your children. They got their jaws that'll unhinge and do that. So, and not to mention the other animals in there too. They got teeth.
I don't have kids, so I'm not really dissuaded by this violent snake.
Okay, yeah, go.
The consequences seem pretty null to me to go into the petting zoo and touch whatever I want because I don't have kids for any of these animals to get. I don't have anything these animals would even want. And, you know, I just don't really care. There's no stakes for me.
Okay, Joe Lobb?
I violently disagree. There is your body, which is made out of meat.
That's true.
Carnivores will eat meat, and if they want you, they will get you. And it's not just the snakes either.
Do you have more to add to that, or?
Yeah, of course. Besides,
Wormhammer put his hand up. Sorry.
Okay.
Just because they want you doesn't mean they'll get you.
Yeah, that could be true.
Abe Lincoln had that thing, or Uncle Sam had that thing. It was, we want you to come to the thing, and not everyone came to that thing. So that just goes to show just how bad you want something is much different than reality. I wanted to get a car.
He's talking about reality, but he doesn't know the difference between Abe Lincoln and Uncle Sam.
Or what the thing is. Go.
Uncle Sam is a man in a top hat who points at stuff and says he wants it. Abe Lincoln was admittedly another man in a top hat who pointed to the southern states and said, well, we used to have that. We're supposed to still have that, so that should come back.
Moon.
This is people in costume, but we're talking petting zoos, so he should be talking about furries.
That's true.
And if you have a furry petting zoo, that's consensual. I mean, people have put in a lot of time and effort to be the animal they want to be, and they're putting themselves out there to
That's
be.
True. Hang on. Wormhammer.
Sometimes the people at the petting zoos aren't smart enough to know that it's furries and not real animals.
No, they're usually pretty smart. Go, Moon.
Yeah, the costumes aren't that realistic yet.
Right.
There is a guy in Japan that has a very nice dog costume. Even sleeps in a cage at night. You know, it's just the way he wants to live. And someday we can all be like that, and we could be our own petting zoo, no animals harmed or put in a cage, and they can be off being the animal they want to be. Well, we can be the animals we want to be.
Riggy.
Some animals want to be pet. Case in point, my cats.
That's true. I've seen it.
I am not willing to outsource my pets to some other foreign nation when there's good God-fearing American cats right here.
Some animals don't know what they want to be. Look at the platypus. I mean, it's got a
good example.
It's got poison glands. It's a mammal, but lays eggs. I mean, this is one confusion.
And time. Joe Lobb sneaks in and wins it with the platypus. A fine example. I was almost going to deny you until you said platypus. And then I was like, okay, he's right. It doesn't know what it is or wants to be. That's true.
It's so cute.
That's
it wants
true.
to be my friend.
Exactly. In the cute animal thing, I have held a baby kangaroo.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was killed by an adult kangaroo.
Oh, I'm glad you got better.
Yep.
Yeah. Look, none the worse for wear. That's great. That brings tonight's festivities to an end, unfortunately. But I want to thank everybody who came out. Please help support Cortland Arts Connect. We need all the arts we can in this somewhat cold and dark world that we live in, as you might have gotten a thread of tonight. So if you are keen for in-person improv, we will be at the 8 Gallery in Cortland on Tuesday night. That is a new monthly gig we've picked up. So now we have second Wednesdays at the downstairs, third Fridays right here, and fourth Tuesdays at the A. So lots of opportunities to see this thing we do and have some fun with us.
And don't forget to see us on the 8th Monday.
The 8th Monday of the 16th month with an entirely different cast and that don't yet exist. So there you go.
And get your stickers and plaster this town.
That's right. Yeah. Follow us on Facebook, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We need you to promote us if we want to have the cult that we all really want to have. So thank you for that. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. It's supposed to be a nice one, I think. And we'll see you soon. Bye.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
keep waving. Keep waving,
waving.
everybody. Yeah, just keep waving. Say goodbye. Give a nice long goodbye. Say goodbye,
What's the
everybody.
Danya?
Yeah.
Now do it in slow-mo.
Yeah, say goodbye.
Buying time for Riggy once again.
Oh no, I've been on the transition button for this whole time. I could click it whenever I want to.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, good fun.